Alright, how's it going, guys? This is Wes McNair here. We got some Himalayan salt rocks. And Himalayan salt rocks, they come from the Himalayan mountains, pretty self-explanatory. They are made from pure salt. All of these are food grade salt. You have to be careful because there are imitators out there. So you could literally take a chunk of this guy right here. This one does not have a hole in it. There's no lamp inside, so it's ready to eat. You can actually buy these at feed stores and give them to your cattle as well. What we've done here with these, as well as this beautiful pyramid here, is we've drilled a hole inside it and put a lamp inside for a very specific reason. What happens is Himalayan salt rocks are full of all types of amazing nutrients like zinc and calcium and magnesium and potassium and all kinds of essentials for day-to-day health. So it's amazing the phenomenon that happens when you put a light inside. Because they're salt, as you can kind of see, they're collecting moisture, and they collect all the moisture from the atmosphere, and the light heats up the rock, causing the moisture to evaporate. That produces negative ions. Now, negative ions are healthy for you mentally, physically, and spiritually. They cure things like insomnia, they cure allergies. If you were to sit in a salt room where they actually blow Himalayan salt in the air, it cures asthma. It helps with all kinds of great stuff. It reduces stress, and we all know stress is the #1 killer. So, with that being said, here we have a couple different samples that I can show you. These are pieces that I got from a feed store. Clean them up a little bit, just polish them, and they're ready to have a light installed inside of them, or you can just keep them to use them in dishes and recipes. And these over here are a little bit larger. Of course, the larger they are, the more ions that they produce. Now, Himalayan salt rocks, from my understanding, don't produce a massive amount of negative ions. But if you're in a situation where you're not close to nature, you don't have any windows, you're like in an office setting, it will be perfect for businesses where people get stressed out easily or get anxiety. So basically, what you want to do is get a big one or a couple small ones. Either grid them out in your house, put them in the corners, or get a big one and just stick it right where you spend most of your time. So not only is this going to alleviate your stress, it's going to help you sleep at night, and it also increases mental clarity. And if you're eating a meal and you just decide, you need a little bit of salt, instead of using traditional salt, like table salt, this would be much, much healthier for you. And there's many different ways you can use this because it's so good for everything. For instance, I mix coconut oil with Himalayan salt and use it as like a body wash. Just to scrub on your skin. I use it in my hair, and it's good for all of those things. As you can tell, I have great skin and great hair. And so there's a million different benefits you can do with these things. I would highly recommend this for something like a business. I was working in a call center, and a lot of people get stressed out. Even some people even get into fights there because there's so much anxiety because everyone's trying to make sales, and they get extremely stressed out because of all the positive ions. Positive ions are created by computers, cell phones, TVs, and internet. Like, for instance, the Wi-Fi signals actually are producing positive ions that make it harder to sleep. They cause stress and anxiety, and again, stress and anxiety are what kill you most. So, get a Himalayan salt crystal, get yourself a little bit closer to nature. Speaking of nature, for instance, a waterfall produces like 100,000 negative ions, which is an insane amount. These produce a much, much smaller amount than, say, the beach or a natural forest or anything you can find out in true nature. And the reason I say true nature is because landscaping, like you see around these apartment complexes and in the middle of cities, produce no negative ions. So they don't help you, they're not soothing you like nature would. Thunderstorms. Once a thunderstorm's gone, it leaves behind a lot of negative ions. That's why you always feel calm and collected after a thunderstorm. That's why nature always relieves stress. and anxiety, and just makes you feel a lot better. And this is all scientifically proven. I'm not making this up. Pyramids are really, really cool because the geometrical structure of a pyramid actually produces electromagnetic energy on its own. So having Himalayan salt in the shape of a pyramid is like a double whammy. It's like twice the energy. So I highly suggest these. Now I have something really cool to show you. Here we have, and this is the first one of these I've seen. This is a rose quartz lamp. Now, it's the same idea, except for rose quartz is the heart crystal, and it has all different types of healing benefits. They're a little bit different from the salt crystals. Now, it's not the same process because it's not salt, it doesn't collect moisture from the air and then create the negative ions like that. Whenever you turn the light on in here, this produces a toroidal field of negative ions, just like these guys. It's going to make you feel a lot better, it's going to bring you closer to other people, and it just makes a good atmosphere. Like, I'm sure you can level with the idea of feeling a good vibe or a bad vibe about someone or a situation or an idea if you're trying to use your intuition. These help all of your ideas be positive, and it is scientifically harder to think negatively or feel negative emotions when you're in the vicinity of these. They do have a limited range, so I would suggest, like I said, either gridding out your house in different areas or getting a big one like this guy right here. These are for sale, by the way, ranging from $25 all the way up to $100. Like the pyramid's $45. This guy right here is $100. But these are professionally made and they're high quality crystals, and again, they're food grade. So not only can you keep this thing around the house, it's a beautiful decoration. It's going to make every situation better, and you can just chip a little part off if you're trying to salt on your french fries or something. Well, don't eat french fries, but you know what I mean. Besides that, I mean, that's pretty much it, man. Much love to everybody. If you have any questions about Himalayan salt rocks, where they originated from, or how to get a hold of some, contact me. I get them to you at a great price, and much love. Namaste.